What's up, family? Hey, I want to talk to you guys. It's going to be a lot lighter video than what I normally make. But we're still going to talk about some stuff, all right? This one, I'm going to title this one Certified Nerd. Certified Nerd. I never read any books growing up. Maybe the Bible, because we had to. But other than that, I didn't read. Reading was for punks. Reading was for squares and lames, and I wasn't trying to read. I had more important stuff to do. I don't know what I was doing, but I obviously have more important stuff to do. I never read a book for a book report. I may have read like a few pages in the beginning of the book, maybe a couple pages in the middle, a couple pages at the end, and boom, I'm done. That's all you get. And I'm gonna do a book report on that, and it is what it is. But today I want to show you guys my library. It's part of my library. Uh, I'm a certified nerd. I love reading. Um, There's books over here, down there, books up here, down there. Got some more in my room. Have some in the closet right here. But this is my library, my meditation room. I'm showing you guys that this is not bragging anything stupid like that. But there's this one female writer that's had the greatest impact in my life. There's a reason why we're talking about books today. A lady by the name of Cheri Huber. Cheri Huber. And down here I got some of her books. If I get pick these up. So these are all her books. She has more than this. These are the only ones I got. I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm good. Um, she talks about a lot of stuff, man. The first book that she that of hers that I came across was this book right here. So you can see her name too down here. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. This book is so freaking phenomenal. I've sent this book to my daughters. You know, obviously my kids have to read this book. You know, I have to write reports on them. I've had other kids read this book and write reports on them. I would send it out to like friends and stuff, and I sent it out to one of my brothers and never got it back. So it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm not sitting. And it's like I've done that with quite a few books, and it's like, okay, yep, nope. Because all my books that I read, especially if they're like really meaningful to me, I highlight, I write notes inside of it, all that stuff. That's makes it mine. You know what I mean? And so, but I love her writings because I'm simple. You know, this is her stuff. You know, it's like real easy to read. It's real easy to read. You know, I'm a simple guy. You know, I don't have time to be trying to get all deep and stuff, man. I just want something simple. Make it simple for me. You know, so that I ain't got to be getting a dictionary and I ain't got time for all of that. If I can't understand it right off the bat, you know what I mean? Let me meditate on it for a minute. But she writes it so simple. It's just like, how come I didn't know that? How come I didn't? Man, that was so easy. You know, it's like, but I love this lady's writing. And I had the privilege of actually going to a silent meditation retreat that she held. Um, awesome. Awesome. I love this lady. Like Cheri Huber. There's nothing wrong with you. She talks about depression. She talks about communication. She talks about just a whole bunch of suffering, a whole bunch of different stuff. And it's an easy read. It's an easy read. Like I said, my daughters, they've all gotten some of her books, you know. Um, Easy read. I'm talking to you about books and sharing because I need you to understand something. And I have a wide range of stuff. A wide range of stuff. Encyclopedias. I love gardening. Bunch of stuff on gardening. History. Psychology, obviously. Just a whole bunch of different stuff. I got books, Hitler's Mein Kampf, Third Reich. I got all kinds of different stuff, you know. But I had to get to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not really interested in all of that stuff. You know, and what I mean by that is I don't read stories. I'm not really a big story reader. And what I mean by story is like science fiction, and I'm definitely not reading no love novel. That, that's not happening. Um, but it's like I'm not reading to be entertained. I read to learn. And to each their own, you know. When I read, I want to learn. I want to learn something. And so even like the autobiographies that I've read, it's like, okay, what was your struggle? What did you go through? What was it about you that helped you persevere? Why? Because that helps me. That strengthens me. That encourages me. I know I don't have a whole lot of men that follow me on YouTube. Um, Brothers, and I'm not talking about just black people, brothers. If you're a male, you're my brother. We've got to start reading. I know we grew up in a society that made reading a girl thing, you know, for lames and squares and busters and all that other crazy, stupid stuff. We have to start reading. And I'm not talking about just reading an ESPN magazine or anything, looking up your team stats and all that other stuff. I'm talking about something that's going to be beneficial, something that's going to help you, something that's going to take you to that next level. Some knowledge, some wisdom, some understanding so that you can have something to pass down to your kids, to your grandkids, to your great grandkids. Sisters, that apply to you as well. What are you reading? My hope and prayer is that you are reading something. What are you reading? Why are you reading it? Are you reading to kill time? Are you reading to be entertained? Or are you reading to learn something? I had this lady that I was married to years back. And she would get mad because I was always reading. I mean, this was my time, you know what I mean? But I always had a book with me. No matter where I went, I had a backpack, had a toothbrush, toothpaste, you know what I mean? And I had a book. And so, and highlighters and pens because I'm always marking on my books. And so she made a comment. This lady never read anything. Never read anything. And she said, why are you always reading those books? You act like you know it all. I said, how is that possible to act like I know it all if every time you see me reading different books? I said, I'm reading different books because I don't know it all. I'm reading different books because I'm trying to learn. I don't see you reading anything. So does that mean that you know it all? She didn't like that. Needless to say, we got divorced. You know what I mean? That wasn't the reason we got divorced, but yeah, we weren't vibing. What are you reading? My hope and prayer is that you pick up a book. They make it so easy now. You don't even have to read a physical book. You could get on YouTube, audiobook, whatever, and just listen to a book. I love that when I'm going on long drives. I have books on thumb drives. I have books on my laptops. I'll just plug my phone in, put it through the speaker, and I'm listening to a book as I'm driving. When I went to become a Mason, the guy that was interviewing me asked me one question right off the bat. He said, "What books do you read?" This is '94. I said, "I don't read any books." And this older gentleman proceeded to cuss me out. He went off on me. "You dumb, young, ignorant, blah, 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 blah." First and only person I allowed to cuss me out like that. He went left. He went left. And I was offended. And I realized that I was so offended because everything he said was true. Everything he said was true. For the sake of your kids, for the sake of your grandkids, and all those coming after you, your nieces and your nephews, my hope and prayer is that you love them so much, that you value them so much, that you start picking up different books that's going to help you so that you could pass that knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding off to them. And so that they can see you reading and reading become normal. And you could share books with them. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.